Well, I have to thank our keynote for setting up our pitch. If you remember his last slide, he talked about three things that are the opportunities for hydrogen. He mentions safety, leakage management, optimization, digitalization. We've got it all. I'm also going to sound like him, because I'm going to talk about the two dirty problems that has the clean, green hydrogen. First one is that it leaks. It leaks massively. Like you said, up to 25%, 2 to 20% depending on the installation. Second thing, it explodes. I don't have to remind you what happened to the Hindenburg, 1937. It just killed the hydrogen transport industry. This cannot happen again. So the question is, how do we use hydrogen safely? What we have is a very, very small nanosensor. These are semiconductor nanosensors that can detect in real time hydrogen, ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, and methane. So why now? Well, right now, we're building the hydrogen infrastructure. Well, let's do this right. Let's get it safe when we're making it. Second thing, the EU directives are making it obligatory to reduce air pollution. So the Fugitive Emissions Directorate making the analysis monitoring of methane, hydrogen, all the more important. And from our perspective, there's no established market leader in the hydrogen sensing business. So what we are, NanoChronia, it's a marriage of two different research groups. Nano are the hardware guys. They're the ones that created these nanosensors, which have very high gas selectivity, so that when we say that we are detecting hydrogen, it is just hydrogen. Methane is just methane. It's very robust. There's no consumables. This will last conservatively 5 years, which is about 10 times longer than hydrogen sensors on the market today, which makes it a very low CapEx and OpEx solution. The other side, which makes us very different, is the software, the Chronia side. We have the software control system, which is the same system that one of our co-founders co-developed with NASA to control the wind sensors on the Mars rovers. So we are able to increase the performance of our sensors by a factor of 10, so that we can have a real-time response rate. And as these are small, we've developed IoT capability, which sends the information to our AI backend, where we are able to triangulate leakages and also use predictive algorithms to detect when maintenance has to come before it's necessary. So together, NanoChronia. Market size and growth. As mentioned earlier, 570 billion. Over the years, that's a 17% compound annual growth rate just to create the infrastructure that we need. And for that, gas sensor systems underpin this investment plan. They're not going to do these investments if they cannot do it safely. Competitor landscape, I was mentioning earlier. There's many companies, but they're all small. The ones that are in the hydrogen ecosystem, ones that are using newer technologies that are much more apt for the purpose. Market strategy. Oddly enough, we're going to start with our animal farms because of our ammonia sensors. They have a higher TRL level, and it's much easier to enter the market. But the focus is on B2B sales to the infrastructure companies, along with software as a service to these companies to access our backend and information. As well, for less sophisticated clients, we can actually do the sensoring monitoring ourselves as sensing as a service. Intellectual property, 4 patents, 2 of them which are granted, 2 which are in the pipeline. The team, the 3 wise men. We've got 3 doctors, 2 from the hardware side, 1 from the software side. We have 2 engineers on our team, and then Tomer and I, who are the entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs who have been building this team up. So what are we looking for? Financial requirement of 3.5 million over the next 2 years. We're looking at doing it in tranches in order to meet specific milestones. And that's it. Thank you.